When the world feels out of control, when nations shake and darkness seems to rise, the book of Revelation begins with one unshakable truth. There is a king on the throne, and he is not silent. Before the seals, before the trumpets, before the final battle, Revelation begins by lifting the curtain and showing us the one who holds history in his hands. This is not the Jesus walking the dusty roads of Galilee. This is the risen Lord, blazing with glory. And the vision John saw still speaks to us today. This book is called The Revelation of Jesus Christ. Not a secret code, not a puzzle for experts, a revelation, a revealing. God wanted his people to understand what is coming. He delivered the message from the Father through Jesus, through an angel, straight to John. And God promises a blessing to anyone who reads it, hears it, and takes it to heart. In a world overflowing with fear, confusion, and deception, Revelation begins with this promise. If you listen, you will be blessed. John writes to 7 churches in Asia Minor. 7 represents fullness, completion. These churches stand for all believers across all generations. And the message they needed then is the message we still need now. At that time, the Roman Empire demanded worship of Caesar. Believers were pressured to bow, to blend in, to stay silent. But Revelation declares that Jesus, not Caesar, is the true ruler of the kings of the earth. That message was dangerous, and it is still dangerous today, because it reminds every nation, every government, every ruler, that there is a king higher than them all. John tells us he was on the island of Patmos. It sounds peaceful, but it wasn't. Patmos was a rocky prison colony where Rome sent people they wanted to erase. John was there because of the word of God and the testimony of Jesus. They tried to silence him, but heaven had other plans. On the Lord's day, in that lonely place, John heard a voice behind him, not a whisper. A voice like a trumpet shaking the air, commanding him to write what he sees and send it to the churches. Sometimes the clearest revelations come when the world tries its hardest to push you into isolation. John turned and saw something no earthly language can fully describe. 7 golden lampstands glowing in the darkness. They represented the churches, and walking among them was Jesus. Not the humble servant, not the suffering Messiah, but the risen King. His robe shone white with purity and righteousness. His eyes blazed like fire, seeing every secret, every motive, every heart. His feet glowed like bronze fresh from the furnace, the symbol of unshakable strength and perfect judgment. His voice thundered like rushing waters, drowning out every lesser authority. In his right hand he held 7 stars, the messengers and leaders of the churches, safe in his grip. And from his mouth came a sword of pure light, the word of God cutting through every lie. His face shone like the sun at full strength. This is the Jesus many people never see. Not silent, not weak, but brilliant, terrifying, holy, and reigning. John, the apostle who once leaned against Jesus' chest during the Last Supper, fell at his feet as though dead. This glory was overwhelming. No one stands casually in the presence of the risen King. But then something happened that reveals the heart of Jesus. He placed his right hand on John and said, "Do not be afraid." The one whose eyes blaze with fire comforts his people with his touch. Jesus identifies himself with words no one else can speak. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now I am alive forever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades. Keys represent authority, control, power to open and shut what no one else can. Jesus declares that every spiritual realm, every enemy, every destiny is under his authority. Not Rome, not the emperor, not the kingdoms of this world, and not the forces of darkness. He commands John to write what he has seen, what is now, and what will take place later. This is the blueprint of history given by the one who controls it. Revelation doesn't start with chaos, it starts with clarity. It reminds us that before the world shakes, the church must see Jesus as he truly is. When the news feels overwhelming, when nations rise against nations, when technology reshapes society, when deception spreads faster than truth, Revelation 1 pulls our eyes back to the throne. Jesus still walks among his people. He still holds his church in his right hand. He still speaks with the voice of authority. He still holds the keys. And nothing in this world moves without passing through his sovereignty. This is the beginning of revelation, not fear, not confusion, not mystery, but a revelation of the King who reigns over every generation, every nation, and every moment in history. This is the Jesus revealed to John. This is the Jesus who walks with us now, and this is the Jesus who will soon return.